Hey, hey there. Another good morning. This is another very good day, you know what I mean? Let me see something here. So. Oh, good. Morning. Cookie and bread. As I come to us again, live from the studios at Cotapa in America, in the island of Union. Yes. It's a good morning, man. Line I just keep the love, you know. Now, Larry try me not to clean on my head. But see the start off no fight because to the wall me don't premeditate. But anyway, now we are on a mission of our own liberation, our own development. And because it's something that we have to take on for ourselves. Because right now we see, them got another week, yeah. I talk about a disgrace with them they call, where them a go carry people go dance in a pen, independence. That's a total disgrace because truly, you know, me never want to talk about anything they call anything the illusion, anything never happened. We never had such a thing because in reality, what can we show? The only industry that we can truly show in 40 years is poverty. A breakdown of all level of morality. A breakdown of all level of decency. A nation that is out of control and wreck. Independence. Independence. Yeah, good. Now, as a people, we have to get rid of all that slang and put meaning to reality and reality to meaning. You know what I mean? As a people, we can't stop saying record broke stick. Our development is rest with us and no one else. Now, on this Independence Week, the only progress I think that we could show in this time are COVID and how much people dead from COVID. Our murder record, our human trafficking record, our rape record, them I think we're going forward in good dance in the pen with. But with Black Lion I say, the national liberation of our people is the most important motion right now. And I and I as a people now have to come together and work together to make our island work for us. Because, because as much as we did in the pen and dance, no music now play. You see me say? We are dance and no music now play. Interesting, eh? Amusing. That way we are amusing. Another Independence is another amusement park in reality. So now, we now have to get our minds together in one area to change this. We have to depend on ourselves and confident ourselves that we move in. We move in a collective farm to develop our homeland, to develop our people, the mindset of our people, which is very, very most important. You see, because right now, a people who can't think independent can't say independence. And that is where our nation is at. Not even our leaders to think independent. When we form of independence, oh boy, welcome to the music chance. That I got up on music here. Then just take control when they're ready. Yeah. Now, we have to come together, support ourselves, confident ourselves to move forward, produce our own leaders, and we go forward in a thing called national liberation, in a developmental thing called national liberation, where we are going to develop our nation through agriculture, through all the skills that we have, even some skills in the kitchen, some skills from the yard where we have could make money. Everything that we have to harness it now and come together to work together. Now, this evening, there will be a great motion from the hill this evening from about say 3:30. Will be here going to feature Empress, who are going to talk about the people's vision for the way forward inside a national liberation development, a development to take to include every one of us, even the baby we're not born yet. Because that's how we have to move forward. You know, we can't move forward with no majority rule and minority stuck behind, because every nut and bolt is important to hold up the engine. That is why it is there. So now the engine can't fire properly if some my bolt not tighten up or if some get left out. So these are the new liberation, national liberation, forward movement. Everyone must be included, because everyone, like Grandpa used to say, everyone have a story to tell. So this is the way forward now. We have to set the pace, set the stage, set the happening, set everything properly towards us and our development, towards us producing and becoming our best in everything that we do as a people, as a people. Right. Now, so this evening from about 3:30 from the hill, gear up yourself a new program. Gear up yourself with thoughts in your mind as to how you see the country, the island need to go forward. Gear up yourself with thoughts in your mind as to what we can do, how we can do it. Now, here we are dealing with that. This movement here is a movement from the ground to progress. Right? This movement here are the movement where everyone must make a contribution. Because, you see, I don't involve in nothing where I go come pass down hard upon the people. And I do involve in that. I involve in something that I make people feel that them important inside of it. And them are key pillars inside of it. Because you see, for too long, politics thinks that them could create progress by leaving out the people. You see? Maybe write that one, yeah. How we go again? How we go again? How we go again? How we go again? One we may write, I try to write one calypso, you know. How we go again? Anyway, I reason go come again. You see? It goes so. Caribbean leaders, them don't have a plan to develop their own land. Any little idea they want to explode, straight into the arms of the colonials they go, forgetting their commitment to their people who is their greatest asset in any form of investment. I'm going to tell you, cause no white man will ever develop any black nation. Well, our destiny lies right here in our own hand. So if we don't emancipate ourselves from colonial dependency, then and only then economic shackles throughout the 21st century. That there so. You see that there so? That come from one of two clippings way forward in the 90s. No, 90s, yes, 90s. Maybe not sure that. Anyway, that it is. Man, forget about time, burn time. That was a clipping stick up on the wall that read, no white man will ever develop any black nation to become a power to reckon with. And we have seen it here, so. Because the most strangulation that our nation go through is to our whitest leader, Dr. Prime. As Marcus Garvey don't tell us they cannot develop us. It is second nature to them to do us evil. And we have seen it for 20 years of this so-called independence, where we had 20 years of white apartheid domination, where our nation went backwards with such a speed that up to now we don't even know if we can stop it. Because no white man will ever develop any black nation to become a power to reckon with. That development can only come from us. It's only we who can develop ourselves into a power that can stand on the world stage. Not an opportunistic Portuguese who boast about only he and Chavez could go up on the world stage. And what has that brought to their people, he and Chavez people? It was them I told him put to get on the world stage, and what did that bring for their people? What level of development? Like I right now, talk, now do nothing. Talk, now develop the people. Action. So we are saying now, we have to start a brand new thing, which is an old thing, which is a new thing, which is the right thing, which is the only thing. That is creating a mechanism to include all of our people in our development, on our way forward. A national liberation movement to move our people upward into development. yeah, it is a political movement because it involves people. In the right context of a political movement, it should be people's business. But what we have today is people's parasite. And so we have to eliminate that and bring it to the right form, people's business. The concern of the people, the development of the people, by the people. Because it's only the people can develop the people. All them politics a lie. That is why we always be stagnated. Because no one man can develop a nation. A nation must be developed by its people's participation. That's the only way. Can have no other development. See? Cocoa and bread. Hey, I want to show you this when your mind free and you drink cocoa tea and bread. All the horrors in Babylon are try, just a joke. So yeah. These are the things that we are in I depend right now. Trying to encourage, well not encourage but full courage, because we're not in nothing. Trying to full courage our people to think. Just for one while, start to think. Start to put yourself, every one of us individually. Start to put ourselves as the leader of this land. Start to see ourselves individually as the leader of this land. And think about what we will do to bring about development and how can we do it. You see? I will start to think along them kind of line there. Start to think as leaders and stop thinking as followers. Let us stop for a moment, stop thinking that it have some politics out there who know about us more than we know about ourselves. Anytime we think that way, we are deceiving ourselves and defeating ourselves. Right? So now, because inside of every one of us, we know what should happen. We know how to develop our people. We know, all of us together, we know. So, never think that your idea is not good. Every idea is good. Every single one of them is good. Maybe some ideas might not be ready to use at the moment. So like Marcus Garvey said, we put them on the shelf for a while just in case. Not only just in case, but whenever their time comes to use, we don't have to go run all about the place and start for them because we don't have them there. So don't ever think that your idea is weak. And don't ever think that your idea is not a developmental one. Because as long as in your mind, you confident in where you are dwell with, and as long as in your mind, you know that are the best of your ability you have put forward, then you're not got no fear. Because remember, some are we quicker than some are we fast, to bring forward the talent. I don't want to say better, I don't know better than none, you know what I mean? No, I use the word. Some of us quicker than some to recognize our talents and to exercise them. Some of us have to help some of us along the way. Our collective movement in order that we could bring out the best of what is in us to develop our people and to develop ourselves, develop our island, develop everything, because it's only we can do it. No one else can. That is why the Black Liberation Movement has stressed the importance of planting food, has stressed the importance of developing any little handy skills that we have among ourselves. Because the important thing is, we have to be independent of mind to make decisions. We make first individual and then collective decisions, because everything must come into one. A one pot the pan fire. One pot a cook by one fire, but you have plenty different kind of ingredients in there make up one thing called food. You see? So when all them things they come together make a thing we call food. And that now I do one thing to us that we call sustenance. You know? And I just so with the development of the island and with development of itself, you know. I just being able to think properly and think straight, think honestly. Put our best forward. And once, you see, once we confident ourselves that we put our best forward, we don't have to worry about what's happening because it's the truth that we put our best forward. And like I said, we don't have to feel let down and left out because what we put forward might not be taken on board immediately. We just have to always remember everything have them own place, them own reason for them own season. Meaning the input of everyone is most important. Every input is the most important input. No shun no one, no neglect no one. There is always room for everyone to contribute. And this way the national liberation movement need our NI people to understand. There is always room for everyone to contribute. Right? So I have to come together now and open up all them closed doors. And there's some air and some light get into them. So development can start in them. I talk about the doubtful areas in our mind. We have to eliminate them things now. And replace that with confidence, knowing that we are on a mission of development. You see? We just have to get it in our minds, you know. Because, you see, we know these things. We know these things, you know. But, alright, okay. Our parents, we grew up, some of us, and some of us right now, so we will wake up in the morning, right? Get something to eat, and head up to the mountain and start to work. No one put us to work. And we have put ourselves to work. And so in every field, in every aspect of development, it is the same. As long as we think, we always come up with the right thing as long as we give it our honest thought, our truth, as long as we are truthful to ourselves in what we are thinking about. We always make it manifest. We always know what to do. We always know how to go seek we bread, no matter even in a desolate places. We always know this. But how come somehow or the other we just can't pull them things together into a national development? I mean, that strength and determination we have. I mean, what? People are 60 cents, they go all up in the mountain up, they go walk land with 5 PI and one big fork and cutlass. You know what I mean? That is great strength and great determination. So now, we have to harness all them things in a one. Put them in the same pot so Allah could get beside food and it pat down food. So, the National Liberation Movement is about the conscious development of our people. Now, okay. Within the conscious, within the national liberation of our people, our people must stop, hold out their hand to anyone for anything. Our people must promote ourselves from being just voting cattle to decision makers. our people must recognize that us are the engine of anything that called growth. And if the engine is not well oiled, then it will break down and growth crash. You see? And if you think me a lie, look why the country not progress. Watch the amount of idle people here. You can't progress so. And all them people with their idle got something in their head that they could do for make money. But them not got no area, no kind of thing with to facilitate them levels, yeah, the people. You see? So now the people know have to try to make it on their own with all kind of fancy thing in their head, and no time at all to develop the real productive energy in them. Because all them can think about our hand to mouth at the moment. And when people have to think about hand to mouth, they can think about progress. Yes, that I want to think when by Haile Selassie in other speech, you know. Yes. When people hand to mouth and can't think about progress, no one who is hand to mouth can think about progress. And that is what the situation is here. A greetings, Shabani, pick up yourself. It's too much hand to mouth people. That is why we cannot progress. We need more than that. We need more than hand to mouth. We need to have food in the kitchen that when a brother sister pass, we can give them a yam. Because that is how we used to live. That is our life. And some people call it, what? What they not call it? That are in the past. But that are in your root. Because you can only give someone something when you have something. So you have to go get something. And we know how to get something. And the easiest way for we to get something, have to plant some food for the little space we got when we had. Because food are one of the things. At least you could see the major thing. We could decide whether or not we stay down in the pen. Or we really rise above the pen. You see, because as the elders and them don't teach hungry cockroach, yes, brethren, empty cockroach back here stand up. Where the ice is no. No. Where the ice is there,
I want to charge it to you.
Lie the business, we are bringing me in that far. Yeah. Family thing, brother and sister, man. You are going to charge the phone up and tell me that. You tell me that. You think they go and go do it. And I say let's go sometime. Anyway, yeah. Within us now, we have the key to unlock progress and spread it out to every one of us. We have the ability to do these things. But our mind has become a cramped little space in our head. And without any, it has no room, you know, to fly. You know, like our mind works like a bird in the sky, just free and floating, you know, and a free movement while being controlled by positive thinking. Our mind must float free in the control of positive thinking. Because, see, our mind, we will never stop it from being free because it is always free. And still it is, with that freeness, it is wild. Because if we notice, we could there so now, try to think about something, and a million thoughts will be flying through our mind. But here what now? We now have to select from the million thoughts the focus of where we want to dwell with and concentrate on that, because we can't think a million things one time. We have to think them one at a time and make sure they work. They had this slang where they say, jack of all trade but master none. Yeah, he good to jack all trade, but you at least must master one. You see. So now that one you know are your key area development where you focus on. You see. And that key area development, you know, must be in my mind being able to think for ourselves as to how we want to see it done and as to where we want to see it go. You see, because each of us have, every one of us have an idea. That it is not something that no one people has a monopoly. Because when the rain fall, you don't see like who stop. When the wind blow, you don't see like who blow pan. When the sun shine, you don't see like who shine pan. You see, where we are dwell with there now, you know, a universal acknowledgement of what development is. Because anything that does not develop will stagnate. And so, development can only come through a people called developers. You see them brainwash with them kind of word, you know, and every time we hear about developers, they make we think about foreigners. Foreigners are not developers. Them not develop up, them are develop down. Because what we see they do, they suck out all the energies and they carry it afar in where them come from. Do we ever make sure that the government prove to us that anyone who had developed here, a bank, your money here, so the nation could get a little spare from the inches to go down? Where do these so-called developers bank their money? You see, we might not think that these things are important to us, but inside the national liberation movement, everything is important. Everything. Nothing can, like they just say the old proverb, we can't let no stone unturned. Everything is important. And you see, because them are tell you about vet developers, them are vet them are do all kind of thing, and then sometimes when we catch ourselves, they run off with a whole heap of money left with me in scandal. Up to now, we don't know we happen. Up to now, we don't know what happened to the wisest banker we bank here. Where we hear rumors about Governor General name involved and all them kind of thing. We don't know what happened. And we hear them wise bank, they run off like a whole heap of thing here. Where people just go and, we don't know. We don't know what happened to them wise bank in there. You see? And them I kind of think too much of thing happen behind our back and I don't know because we have pray, kneel down and pray with our eye closed. And we only care about the politics who give the most handout on election day. No, we not care what happen. You see? Who could give the most handout on election day? That's why we choose. Because we don't think that we can contribute. So, who give, because that boy they give the most handout, we think say he love our most. Low level of thinking. That's a very low level of thinking that we have to eliminate on our way forward and upward. You see, we must develop a culture of giving and not receiving. Now, not get me wrong, you have to receive, right? Not the way do. You have to take things, you have to eat it. But our basic idea should be to giving all the time, giving our productive thinking, giving our productive skills, giving our productive advice, giving all the time. And once we keep giving all the time, we will be getting all the time. Because most important, we will be getting the satisfaction of seeing together we are developing and we are doing things for ourselves. That is a great satisfaction. When you give and you could receive a satisfaction like that, that is great. Best thing. We give what we have to get what we either want or need. It make no difference with them towards people start about the difference. It no difference between want and need. It what they mean the same thing. Right? When we give what we have, we get what we want. No so? And what we want? Is it that you have big house and big car and big this and big that, or we want to live high? Me sure that all we want, we want to live high. So when we give the best of what we have, we will receive the best of what is there to give. That's the thing are going on. And I have to be conscious that each one of us is as important as the whole. And our individual strength is what strengthens the whole. Our individual weaknesses what weaken the whole. We have to start to see it like this inside a national liberation movement, because it's a movement for building. I mean, not building, but continuation. The continuing of the building. Because when I come here, I can reinvent the wheel. Because a whole heap of things there, we just can pick up on them and move forward. Once we are things in the proper way of towards development. And knowing that we have the power to do these things. And knowing that everything that we can think with, we hands can achieve. You see? Now, inside Africa, two brethren and take their family and then go in an area, chop out a place and start a village right there. Now, them go there with that confidence, and them not have to look for nobody to come show them, because they gone there with the knowledge of what they're about to do and with the confidence that they will achieve it. 300 years past, the village turned into a nation. Or like we did a scholar country. And so it starts, with a family. All human development, animal development, all of that start with a family. You see? And heal up. And that is the most important aspect, the family. And now within a national development movement, I and I as a people have to focus primarily on the family. Because there can be no development without the family. The family cannot be excluded from any development. It will not be moral. It will never work. That is why we are the way we are. That is why we have such things like sexual abuse among the youths of them. Both the youth man and them, and the youth daughter and them. You see, these predators who destroy the families in the ghetto, just because they could have the youths and them dangle a good thing in front of them to make them become sexual prey. These dirty predators out there who call themselves society, and things say they got money, so they can buy out all the ghetto youth of them and sodomize them. That's a wicked thing are going out there now. And it all happen because of the destruction of the family. That's why the youths and them get the level of abuse out there. To the point where they are being destroyed. To the point where some of them can't even contribute again. Look at the amount of youth I walk the street out there in a one condition where they say, mad. Last time I know was that because I'm me. And me are supposed to be the only madman in the island and nobody else is supposed to be mad and me alone. So we happen. We make our youth of them out there. I watch now. I tell you them. Some of them youth, they got all kind of dirty paper with them call subject and with them call degrees and them call all them dirty skin paper. They will not benefit them nothing right now. Them they out there walking the street dirty and stink. Why? Where cause that? How that could happen? And them their youth, they're supposed to be educated. Something wrong there, sir. Yeah, the van man them. You know them the same thing. We see a go on the product of the destruction of the family. Because the family is being destroyed. Because you see, them same van man, the conductor and driver, them come from broken family too. So them broken too. And all them can do I produce broken works. And broken works can build. So you see, them the two are victim. And then things say them trash. Them things say them, oh, they say, boy, all them kind of thing, the boy, all the kind of name. But man, tap ranking, and things say them tap ranking. But they broken, the mind broken. That is why they turn around and break their own sisters. Because what kind of mind, what kind of thinking can a brother have, knowing that that little sister they come from, he know, you know, because he might live in the right next door. He know the kind of level within our home there. That enough time money now there, the little food now there, the whole thing now there, and the sister try to get a little education in school. And she might not have money to pay, she pass it to go to school. Instead of trying to help you. Because he working, he could take a money out of his pocket and pay the same bus to give you. I mean, you know, go to all his sisters and that. But me just attack, you know, I mean, pay she to get right. But instead of that now, he want pussy for she to get a right to go to school. And then left she in another region because she could think about, well, how level of mind, our mindset, because of the poverty and mind that she come to. Our mindset is still not developed yet, past that level. And next thing now, he gives you a pick me and left she skating, and them things they only contribute to the development of poverty, and we can't continue to do these things. Brothers have to take care of sisters, and sisters have to take care of brothers. The duty of the driver and the conductor and the bus have to make sure the sister reaches to school. It's not to stretch away from school and carry she down some back road down there so just for sex. And some of them are just a one sex. Will you benefit from that? Eh? Will you benefit from that? No. When I journey through this life, I don't make joke with sex, you know. Because from the time I get to learn, you know, one discharge, I take about 3 months to rebuild. Then it depends the way you eat. So that they precious, you know. Because that not did it just for sex, you know. That did it to feed I man good to, you know. You see, because I bank, I storage, that same sperm they food in the store. We work hard for all over the place. And we just take them and shove down there in one condom and pay a sister, buy a condom, throw it down inside and throw the condom. You see, me I lose everything. And that's how we brothers have to realize. When you live that kind of life, you not get nothing. You lose everything. You lose your body strength, you lose your money. You lose your energy, you lose everything. You not get nothing. So why you all ever train your body in a them time in a that way there, think you tap ranking, you got 19 get wrong this, so you got 19 get wrong the car and 19 pick me and you not mind none, and you call yourself a man? No. You lower than a dog. Now tell you that straight to your face, not who you be. You lower than a dog. Because dog make food do them thing there because that's where our nature is. But man not make food do them thing there. Man make food take up his responsibility. Man make food take control of him pick man them and him breed a man. Now if you left them and run and go look a breed another woman and you call yourself a man and say you tap ranking, fire burn you. You're not even a dog. And Black Lion and that. No respect at all for you. Because you're a murderer. You're an oppressor. And I have been said to kill you. You're an oppressor. Because you hold on upon your sister and oppress you just like that because of she vulnerability. Bumbo clot man. She just want to go to school. Let she go to school. You see myself? So that by the time she reaches to the stage and make pick me, she go down there in a position where she got she own house and she only go work and so she could mind pick me. But you can't mind pick me. You only come mag a slide somebody bus door and you just sit down and drive somebody bus, not even for your own. And you are use that to exploit your sister and call yourself a man and fire. Them things they can't work. You see me I say? And brothers have to get it in themselves that them thing there is oppression, and them thing they contribute to poverty and violence and crime. Because you are a whole heap of pick more that grow up aimless. No direction. And the only thing you could do, if you go look for another sister to put them in the same position, fire. I'm not stop banana, you know. So I say now, within this reality and the truth of the life, I have to start thinking another way. You see? And that's why I through this black liberation movement, I insist on the development of mother. Because you see, empowering our I mother and I sister and I auntie and I daughter, empowering them, you know, could bring about a dent in a rape, a dent in a murder. You know, just think that, okay, just try to, the idea now, my sister right this one, who I look pan where I go on there. And just think, say, I live in a stressful home. And just think, say, where happened with the idea and where the I go to. So just flip that now. And know, say, I live in a stress-free home where I control the I thinking. And I have a kind of home where little harmony around there with the I and the youth of them and the I man or husband or whatever. Live in a harmony and when everything come up. Now when I say that go always be so, but it should be so. We should strive to make it so. There are always unseen obstacles. We're not naive. We know that. But our goal is to make it so. So we are seeing now, my sister, you did a home with your Irish and you pick my them Irish I just sit down and converse when I have a problem and you make them feel they're important. You see, because now you could get to do these things because you not got no other stress by your mind. You see, you not have to wonder about the man you breed, you and left you and you and gone out there and you have to wonder about how you going to get to feed your pick me and them. You see, that area they know what destroy your conscious mind because of that pressure there. You not put that think about where you going to get food for your pick me and them. Because you have a brother there who put you in that position. Right? So you're not supposed to just think that. You're supposed to know what think how to give you to them the proper guidance to go out there and deal with life in the street. You see, but because you under this pressure, I wonder how to get something give them to eat. He not give you enough time to give them the proper teaching, the proper education, the proper guidance. That's what we are talking about. You see, fix the family. Fix the family. And the nation at large will be fixed. Take out mama from under all them pressure where she dey under. And he pick men and go good. This is how the black liberation movement has said to our people. That everyone have a contribution to make in this national liberation development. There's no exclusion. No one is excluded. You see. And I have to get to the level of reasoning with the people who we call vagrants and let them know in reality none of us is better than none. And not because a brother slipped down there so from your blue breath he can still chat forward. I have to stop, cuss them out in the street, say downful things about them like if them not people like us. I mean, how I don't see it, you know. You see when you come to that part there, yeah? How I don't see it. Just because I and the brother they why you thought the garbage pan a walk on the same street. I know see I different way, you know. And I now see say I now eat out the same garbage pan with him, I eat out I know because when him go in there and put it in there and he stench out and the garbage pan come up and go in a field. Me knows that me and have garbage too. And so me don't see it, you know. So me not better than him. You see? And yes, my brethren. And if at any time there's anything that I can do for him, I have to do that first and glad. You can say, go away boy, you garbage, you vagrant, you scavenger, you know. Him and my brother, him not them thing there. Probably circumstances put him where he is. And now, I man know, as him brother, have to be kind and gentle with him. I might not be able to take him up out of the gutter because I might not be able to house him, I might not be able to do this. But then, a little what I have, me pass it out to him. Might be just a good little word of advice, a good little word of encouragement. Because I have seen some of them brothers out there real talented, you know, and as a people we have to harness them talented. We have to harness all the talent with their ways. And that's how I see a national liberation movement to harness everything that I have that could contribute towards national development. It have a well-known cat man out there, so I'm not calling him. But everyone in this island, you know him. He's the most popular. Make joke with everyone, tell everyone anything. And sometimes I just listen to that brother there. And that brother there well talented. And all his life right now is just a crackhead a pull can. Now we can do better than that. That brother there can teach other youth lots of things. Him talented, skillful. But something go wrong with him in a certain area and him go down there and then, alright, you crackhead, you no better. All we had crack, one way or the other. You see? Because if you see a crackhead in a region that you could help him and you not help him, that means for your head more cracked than for you. Everyone must be included in order to make a development what it is. Emperor Haile Selassie said, development without morality will not benefit the people. Why? Let me burn my mustache. I mean, like how much still. People shut up. You never got teeth, you burn a little trouble. Yeah, yeah. Morality. Development without morality will not benefit the people. And if development cannot benefit the people, then we cannot consider it to be development. It can be a one-sided way, where some people are prosper and some people are suffer. You can't call that development. Nah. That's our half-balance thing we must crash. Because the heavy weight, the heavier part, I go pull down the lighter part. And it now go function. The heavier part will always be under, and the lighter part will always be above. You see how we go? We are heavier part, so we always the down. And politics and business people and church people and all them people, so them are the lightest part, them are the lighter part, so them are always there. So while I have to strain our neck for always look up, them they only have piss and shit. Spit and piss and shit pan away until I will not come. Now, here I need to do. Hat up. I need to let go them wait them come light too. So them could come down. I know I'm going to above them neither, you know, because that go just a flip of the same thing. You know, like how politics just tell you, say, how they just put them? They just put them in a way like we tell you, say, then go take him the rich money and make you rich. That's stupidity. You can't get rid of poverty, so. You can't get rid of poverty by taking the rich money and give it to the poor. Because we are doing now, you just flip the script. Turn the rich poor and the poor rich, so you still not get rid of poverty. You can't get rid of poverty, so. Like how when Gonsalve come to town, he fire all the people and them who he meet there and put in his people and them. You can't create employment, so. That they are stagnant employment. You can't create employment, so. You see, and that are people who not got ideas. That are people who are opportunists. That are people who not know who them depend. That are why our nation is like this for 20 years. Because we put opportunists. We never stop to check them out, to see whether or not them fake or they real. Because we run tongue in up and a whole heap of bandwagon talk. Just vote for me, I will do this for you. We have to stop them thing there. We no one do nothing for us. Because we are capable of doing everything for ourselves. And I tell you, people, me not stop talk that way, you know. Me have to talk that way, one thing me say all the time, you know. Me not change that. Because that's how we recognize to be the problem. We not think for ourselves. And me not stop say so. Because it's only when we start to think for ourselves that we go find that this so-called problem is over. Because we have replaced it by solution. You see? And it's only we can do that here. Because all of we know one thing. Only who in the kitchen know the temperature. We continue to make a boy stand up outside the door and tell her the temperature in the when you know they in there. We always tell a full belly people tell her we are hungry belly we have to do. These are the things that we have to stop. And we can only stop them when we confident ourselves that we have the ability to think and to act for ourselves without any push button, without anybody no other side of the place who know nothing about us. And some people even some of them who we think about us because all that we born and grow up in the ghetto, but them they are fake because they sell out when they go about there. And the reason why them could have sell our way out is because we doubt ourselves and believe in them. And that our tragedy, travesty, that our injustice, that we are commit against our own self. See, in this life, it's only what we do for ourselves will be done for us. I not stop saying things because I don't know nothing else if we say, because if I not come here and teach nothing, you know, yeah. What can I teach? Everything, anything I can say. I want all of us know already. So the only thing we can say that I and I come here as Black Lion Warriors just to remind the people them, just to remind us. Because everything is inside of us. Let us remind ourselves to be self-confident and trust ourselves. Because, you see, them tell you, say what? You mustn't blow your own trumpet. You mustn't boast in yourself. Them think they're fantasy. If you not blow your trumpet, no one ain't going to blow it for you because everyone had their own trumpet for blow. So if you not blow your trumpet, yours not go blow. Right? Because enough of them things there, we just hold our way back. I would just sit down and wait for other people to recognize how we when I don't recognize ourselves. So just step up and blow your trumpet. Yes, and become part of the musical band, man. A musical orchestra, what is it? Because you have your own trumpet to blow. You have your own self-knowledge of how you want to live. That is your trumpet. And you can't make no boy stifle that and want to blow his trumpet over you by telling you how you must live. That making how you blow your trumpet. In other words, in how you promote yourself. So if you not promote yourself, who will promote you? See, I tell you. And all them liquid kind of slang they will just keep us down, keep us back from shining out the real us. Because from the time we start, hey, yeah, you don't blow your own trumpet, and that don't encourage us. But I'm glad when they tell me that thing there, because I know them a listen, and they could comment. Them a listen. So more than tell me stop blow my trumpet, and them harder me blow my trumpet, because them a listen. Because if them not been a listen, then could I never know that me a blow trumpet. Ah, not true. All people say sense of trouble. You see? Because what we failing to realize that we are the best. And you don't have no other one like us. We have no carbon copy. You see? We are special and original. No duplication. Each one of us, every one of us is special. And we have to let that come out of us and shine forth in both our words and action. If you not say with the inner you, who go say it for you? So we make you mustn't blow your own trumpet. How with the inner you go come out? Overstand it. Okay. I'm going to just make a little reference in another way. Peter Tosh put on the way. Reggae music and guitar and organ and piano and everything, you know. I put in the instrument that come out. You see, because with the inner I put in the instrument. See me say. So now, the instrument we me have to put out within me. Attack. And that are my trumpet. So one boy come tell me mustn't blow my own trumpet. Boy, go there. Go away. You have to try keep I down. Go away. I are the best. And no one power better than I. And I know better than no one. That beauty in it, you know. That will make I the best. Because no one are better than I, and I know better than no one. That make I the best. See what I say? At the level of self-confidence that I keep shunning all the while. Now overstand say that I defeat I own self by relying on other people. So this is what the national liberation movement is about. No. No. You see that word there? Is that hat up my brethren? No. That word there. Everyone knows it as liberation, right? But I man times does like to find a way of putting action into words. So I just pronounce liberation. Live. You know, as a more something more, you know, applicable to us. We are live. Yeah, we know a liberation, yeah, but we not live. We are live. So it's a liberation. Is in other words, is our way of life and the way we live. You know, and we are express that to the world. This is the way we live. And this are the movement, are the vehicle, which is the development of the minds of our people to be owners of this liberation in the upward mobilization of our nation. This is how we are doing it. So every single one have a role to play. None are left out. This is the level where I have to start getting in my mind that I are only what I produce. And our spectators only see us for what we produce, for our performance. We are the actors on the stage, and the audience only see our acting. And they judge us by that, and they say that is what we have, that is what we are made of, because that is what we put out. So let we put out the best of us. Because nobody can copy our best. Like I say, and I have no copy, no carbon copy. Because our best is our original. So let us put out our original. You see? Another thing again, like in the same music thing. You could sing over someone else's song in a competition, but the judge will add marks to you if you add your originality inside that song. I mean, something that when a man listens that song, you know whether you sing that, even though he might hear it before and know that you didn't write it, he know by certain characteristics inside that he know why you are singing. You see, because your originality, you're what you are, you. As long as you could bring that out, then that is what you are. So you bring out your best, you blow your trumpet, you bring out your best, and people see it. Some will gravitate to it, some will shun it. But then that is the best part of it, because you get it out. And you get it out to the best of your ability. You see? So that is the thing now. When we confident ourselves that the only one thing that we have to do is to bring out our best, then we will start to see everything as easier in our life, because the best of us will not go down the road and cuss with people. The best of us will not bad mind we brother. We best of us will not try to cough we brother food out him out. Them think they're the worst of us. So now, just like how we cultivate that, a big up brethren, could have got. Just like how we cultivate them worst thing there, we now could eliminate them thing there and return to the best of us. You see, because the best of us is easier to live, because we will not be idle. We will do things that, you know what I mean, that will be constructive and productive. This is the aim. It's not business as usual. This is the aim. Is everyone occupying themselves. Now wait for nobody can hold your hand. Them time they pass. Now wait for nobody can give you nothing. Then time they pass. Because when all we give ourselves, we mean all we have. You see? And we see all we get over, especially the last 20 years, are promises. That's all we get. The whole bag of hungry belly promises that only comfort us in our folly. So now, we have to change that. We have to rearrange all of that. And we have to take control of our development and our vehicle towards our development, so that we could achieve that which we set out to achieve as a nation, as a people. See? Dwelling in one. Now, we might think that it is impossible. No, it is not, you know. All we have to do is to flip the chip that they program in us. It is always easy. It is very strong to think right. It is weak to think wrong. It is excuses to think wrong. It is not wanting to face life in its reality. Why we think wrong? It is easy. How I say it? Like making a selfie. No, we think that it is harder to think right, and it is easier to think wrong. But let us think about the penalties after, and then we will see which one is easier. You see? Let us stop excusing ourselves and say we go do this because we couldn't get that. That is not true. If we set out to get what we need, we will get it. Because there's always a way. Do we think that when we see the bird come out in the morning up there flying, do we think that he always show where he's going to get some food? But do you think if he sit in the nest and just think, boy, I'm in enough food, do you think he will get some food? This is the thing, you know. It's whether or not we want to go get it for ourselves or we want to depend on someone else to get it for us. Well, we have to say that dependency has to change. Because everyone is a go-getter. So let me just rise up and follow up the mission. And then we are right. No, see it so. Yeah, man. Love and happiness. Love and light. Now we are dwell within that. Love and light. You see? Because of the light. So, cocotte and bread. Yeah, man. Today is a good day. Every day is. You know, and then just add to the joys and the foundation that we are already on. Let us develop this foundation of life that we are on, the road of life that we are on, so we could make things walkable for us as a people inside that thing called national liberation, for the development of our people. And always remember, our people, never forget the elder warrior, Caspar Marshall. Procrastination is the thief of time. Our people think on these things. His Majesty teaches us that men and people of desperate origin come together for a common cause. So let us seize upon areas of agreement and act now. Because now is all that we have. We don't have anything else. Yesterday done gone and leave us, and tomorrow now come meet us. The only time we have is now. And let us act now as a people. Let us act now towards our own development as a people. We have the proverbial ball in our court. Right now, let's play the game. Whichever game we know we best at, let me play that one there. The ball can determine how we play the game. We play the ball don't play us. So, let us overstand first the mission. And before we step on the playing field, let us know that we have already won the game. We're just going to pick up the trophy. Now with this confidence, we win every game. We overthrow every obstacle in life, knowing that we don't win already before we come out of the house. And this is the real challenge for us, to accept ourselves for what we are and who we are and what we can produce. When we get to this, we get to the meaning of national liberation for the movement for the development of us as a people. So, tune in to be here 3:30, around 3:30 this evening, and get a clarity about that. Me now let out nothing, me not say nothing. Truly me know what's going on there, but me not say nothing. Me not tell you nothing, For real, me not tell you nothing. I make you go inside there with a clean mind, with no premeditation, and hear it. Rather when people listen with a clean mind, without premeditation, you've gone and go listen to something, but you don't have your premeditation, it just block out the reality of the song. So, just tune in. You know what I mean? Tune in. And then, allow it. Remember, I will not forget, allow love for another, but some people also come put weight between our. Now we have this love, man, now we keep it up. Then about, I listen to some of the, I listen to some of the hosts sometimes on the more established radio station in SVG, and none seems articulated as you when you're dealing with real issues that affecting many Vincentians. See if we see some more. Keep it up. Moby Hill. Yeah, keep it up. The Moby Hill grow, your message will evolve. The Moby Hill grow, your message will evolve and escalate. Hey, brother, that's one good thing there, so, because of the hill and make it possible. But let me tell you, hey, I know nothing to say about no, them people radio station and then talk show. Yeah, but one thing I would tell you, say, I know mystery. I'm going to create radio history. So, cause it what it will. all of the radio station have to stand still and line up behind Bale. Hey, let me tell you, sir, you know what it is, man? Bale are the best. Bale are the most coverage. Now mind you say all of them because you see. Hey, no. Me shouldn't dare do that. I talk about people thing. I'm gonna talk about people thing. Cause everyone have play their role. And everyone have put out their best. And everyone have contribute to nation building how them see it. You know, I have to mean me have to agree with some of them program, but still. You know what I mean? But hey, our brethren, give thanks, man. More so to recognize Bale. I tell you, yeah? Give thanks to the eye still. Because that one great thing. Keep it up. The more Bale grow, your message will evolve and escalate. Great. So you see now, and admirers they are telling people and them say, make some little contribution to Bale. You see, whether monetary, whether what, because you know how we go with everything. And then, but still, you know, any little, you have a funeral, you have a wedding, you have something to sell, to advertise, you have a program, you want to reach out to the people, check out Bale. All them things they saw. Because you see, our one national liberation movement we are building. And then we can reach the people with our media. And so, Bale now, our media where people who have anything important towards nation building can hear their views without contradiction. Or once you know good talk thing to put the station in a problem. Once you know do them thing there. Me could guarantee you that once you talk nation building, you could get a voice from Bale. And that's one great thing. Because many other people out there, if you not sing them this song, then Brethren, when they ask it, that's their opinion. That I tell you, Kala have your opinion. And then you see that we stand firm to your opinion and we defend that. Because I don't see nothing wrong with what the I said, you know. I just a compliment the eye for the eye said it. Because I call it their opinion, I call it an instrument of growth. That I handle it. You see what I say? So when you say that's their opinion, I hope no way they are feeling, you know. I hope not like no kind of hurt they are feeling like. Now because I come to encourage and to big up one another with what I do, you know, and how and I see the life. See myself then, man, give thanks and keep them kind of level of reason with the idols reason. Keep them coming, man, and I have to do and develop them, you know, see it? Yeah, man, I do love and I well, you see, because the more I talk and I mind free and come out with and I free and no bad about how somebody go feel from man, no man attack the truth. Man not have to neither truth nor lie, you know, but man, no man attack the truth. So man left room that you know, other one have other views too, because everything have to come together in the one development, you know what I mean? So we have to give thanks to everybody and every positive thought, you know, and you know, we have to find a way to to harness everything, you know, because everything along the way of growth. As I develop myself on the way forward, you know what I mean? 3:30 this evening. All who does listen to Black Lion, because at the same Bale production, you know what I mean? 3:30 this evening. And contribute. That, okay, let me let something out of the bag, as they don't say. That will come over in the form of a calling program. So listen good. put all your nation building ideas together and join the conversation. See? One love, one heart, let's get together and feel alright. Hear the children crying, hear the children crying, saying, thanks and praise to the Lord, and I will feel alright. Saying, let's get together and feel alright. Oh, let them all pass all their dirty remarks. There is one question I'd really love to ask. Is there a place for the hopeless sinner who has hurt all mankind just to save his own belief? One, all about the one heart, all about, boy, together and feel alright, as it was in the beginning, so shall it be, yeah, alright. Come make I and I feel alright, saying let's get together and feel alright. One more thing, let's get together to fight this holy Armageddon. When the man comes, there will be no doom. Have pity on those whose chances grow thinner, 'cause there ain't no hiding place from the Father of creation, chanting one love. Yeah, man, give thanks. I just one love. See?